Greetings people, in this video we're going to revise Mathematics 2022 paper 1 question 19 ECZ past paper, and the question reads, and this question by the way is coming from the topic function, mapping and functions. Given that the f of x is equal to 3x plus 1 and g of x is equal to 4x minus 1, find f inverse of x, f inverse of negative 5. This is a composite function or a joint function, fg of x. So without further ado, let's jump right in and solve the first question. So the first question we are asked to find, so we are using to find f inverse of x, therefore we are using this function f of x is equal to 3x plus 1. Then whenever you are finding the inverse function, you replace the function here with y, always. So when you replace here with y, it will be y is equal to 3x plus 1. Then the next step, which is step 2, is to make x the subject of the formula. To make x the subject of the formula, so we're going to do it in this way. This positive 1 will cross the equal sign and it will be minus 1, and here we remain with 3x. Still, x is not yet independent, so what we're going to do is to divide throughout by 3, even here by 3, or both sides by 3. 3 and 3 will cancel. I can just rewrite by putting x here. X is equal to y minus 1 over 3. Then the last step is to attach the inverse function, which is this one, and replace y with x. So f inverse of x is equal to, remember to replace y with x minus 1 over 3, and this is the answer. The answer is x minus 1 over 3. Let's go to question B. Question B, we are told that we should find f inverse of negative 5, meaning whenever there is x in the inverse function, which is this one, we substitute with negative 5. Why are we not using this one? Because this function instead of this. The reason is very simple. This one is a direct function, but in the question here we are asked to find the inverse function. So we are going to replace so this is the function f of x is equal to x minus 1 over 3. Then wherever there is x here, we're going to substitute with negative 5. So f inverse of negative 5 is equal to negative 5 minus 1 over 3. Negative 5 minus 1, remember when you are subtracting numbers with the same sign which is negative, when both numbers are negative, you add and then maintain the sign. So here it will be the same as 5 plus 1, 6, the sign which is common is negative. So negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2. So the answer here is negative 2. It's a definite answer or a whole number. But if inside here is a variable x, the answer should be an expression. For instance, here is just x minus 1. But if in brackets is a number, then the final answer should be a whole number, not an expression like this one. Let's solve the last one. So the last question is find fg of x. Find fg of x. Let's write the functions f and g. So f of x is equal to 3x plus 1. Then g of x is equal to 4x minus 1. So whenever you are given such functions, don't waste time, but look at the first function. The first function is f, which tells you that in the f function, substitute the g function. In other words, the f function will swallow the g function. So, since f comes first, f function comes first, let's write the function for f, which is 3x plus 1. Then, whenever there is x in the f function, which is 3x plus 1, substitute the g function, which is 4x plus minus 1. So here it will be 3 multiplied by, the x will be 4x minus 1, close bracket, plus 1. Then you just expand here. 4 times 3, or 3 times 4 is 12x. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 plus 1. Remember, when you're adding two numbers with different signs, that is, the other one negative and the other one positive, you simply subtract and then get the sign from the bigger number. So here when you subtract 3 minus 1 is 2, and the bigger number is 3, so the sign is negative. So negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. And this is the answer. You can as well factorize. Common factor here is 2. 2 into 12, 6x. 2 into 2. 2 into negative 2 is negative 1. You can leave it here as the final answer. Remember, I said that if inside here is an expression, is a variable, then the final answer should be an expression, which is this one. If here you are given, let's say, f of g of negative 3, it means that after solving an expression, when you reach this stage where there is x, you substitute negative 3, and it will be 12 multiplied by negative 3 minus 2. 12 times negative 3 is negative 36 minus 2. Remember what I said earlier, that when you have two negative numbers, you just add and then you put the sign. So it will be negative 38, which is a whole number, just a whole number and not an expression. So this is how you solve functions. Let's meet in the next video where we'll be solving introduction to quadratic functions. Thank you.